Like many other members up here, SNAP has served as an essential safety net for my constituents and boosts income for the agriculture industry. That's why I do not support changes to SNAP that will take away food from older Americans, children, families, veterans, people with disabilities in the Farm Bill or otherwise. Cutting benefits would also harm our nation's farmers, who are supported by programs like SNAP and incentives within it. More than 21% of households in my district in Western Illinois participate in SNAP. These are neighbors of mine. They're children, they're veterans, senior citizens, they're disabled, folks who are struggling, or just folks who are down on their luck. It's our responsibility in Congress to help people, not take the help away. SNAP needs innovation. It needs modernization. And so my question, I'll start with you, Ms. Brown. Based on your experience in Minnesota, what are some of the obstacles that people face when they sign up for SNAP, and how have these barriers affected your team's ability to be efficient with the program?
Thank you for the question. Certainly, technology has been a big conversation today, and I think technology we have not had a modern system across all of our nation, and we have not been able to keep up, right, with other technologies. And so certainly access is a barrier as folks try to apply for the program. Understanding that SNAP is available to them is also a problem, and we face stigma across the nation as well. And so depending how the conversation goes, right, folks may feel shame and feel that this isn't a program that they should be applying for, when in fact we do want folks to apply and to be on the program to stabilize and move their way to economic self-sufficiency.
Do you believe that the need is greater today than it was yesterday?
Absolutely. We are in a recovery period from the pandemic, and folks that have experienced poverty and have been through the pandemic need a longer on-ramp to reach self-sufficiency and stability.
Thank you for that. Mr. Hodel, thank you for your testimony and for your commitment to our home state of Illinois, and we share the same congressional district. Your testimony notes that your business model relies on donations for food, financial support, volunteer efforts. Are we meeting the needs of our kids, of our seniors, disabled, and veterans in need?
Yeah, I believe so. And the reason is we distribute our food without discrimination, and we're very inclusive and very broad with our agencies. So we're in the wholesale space. We're not providing food to the food recipient. That's why we work with our agencies. In Illinois, we have 550 agencies that are distributing food. I think that's key. As you talk about food access, those soup kitchens, those churches, those local pantries in every town, they know their community best. And so what we do at Moodnest Food Bank is we make it very easy for them to come and receive food from us at no cost, and then they go back and they serve their communities. And so I believe they know their community the best, and they're well positioned to serve and reach those outlying areas, as well as you mentioned the students as well as the seniors and veterans.
What do I say to the single mother in East Moline, Illinois, that works 25 to 30 hours of her day just to be able to afford the child care, and then she can't afford to go to the Jewel at the grocery store at the end of the day or at the end of the week to be able to feed her kids?
Yeah, so I mean, she has a lot on her plate. Like, I've done a poverty simulation, and she's getting kids to child care, she's trying to get to her job, she's trying to get to different health appointments, and a lot of times she's maybe using public transportation. I think your message to her would be reach out in your community. Look for support. The government has some programs that will help you, such as SNAP, but it's an and, it's not an or. So you have, to that single mother, you have SNAP, and you have food pantries, and you have local organizations that want to help support the community. I'd encourage you to reach out and look for support in her community.
I'll ask the same question that I asked to Ms. Brown. Do you feel that the need is greater today than it was before? Do you agree with her on that?
Yeah, what we're seeing is the food insecurity need is greater. You have reduced subsidies from the government, and you have inflation. And it's really inflationary driven. what dollars it takes now to fill a tank or to pay your rent. We are definitely seeing kind of an increase. At the same time, our goal is to serve them for a season. So we have definitely tried to increase our resources to be able to serve this increased kind of spike or in fluctuation. But our hope is that through policies and just through general economics that it'll cycle out.
I agree with you. The need is increasing today, which makes me question why anyone would want to make cuts. I yield back.